Alright guys, just take me through it. Smells like breakfast. Okay, so here is the outside of Newport Biodiesel. And we're about to go in with Dan and Andrew, and they're going to show us how this whole process happens.
My name's Andrew Walker. I'm an energy fellow with the University of Rhode Island, and we're here at Newport Biodiesel today filming the glycerol pre-wash.
I'm Dan Mallon. I'm also an energy fellow at the University of Rhode Island, and the glycerin pre-wash is kind of like a pre-treatment process in the biodiesel production. And what we do is we take the glycerol byproduct from the biodiesel reaction and mix it back in with the oil, and it increases yield, it reduces costs, and it creates an overall better quality in the product. And right now, today we're going to do a full-scale dry run, a full-scale test of the glycerin pre-wash. So we're really excited about that.
Okay. And Andrew, what part have you been working on this?
I've been working on the project that involves increasing the batch size to 2 batches a day. We haven't run any tests yet. We have to get some equipment, and we have a new tank back here, which I'm assuming is for that. Hopefully we can start that soon. That's obviously going to increase production and profit for the company. Okay. And how did you guys get involved in this?
Well, we signed up for the URI Energy Fellow program, which is a great program at URI. And we were both engineers, so like they wanted to find somewhere where we could put our engineering skills to use and still help Rhode Island towards their goals of, you know, using renewable energy and green projects like that. So we were really fortunate to come across this, you know, project. It uses all of our engineering training, and we can do work with biofuels and renewable energy, and it's a really great experience.
Mm-hmm. Everything, so.
Alright, so over here is where they store the vegetable oil. What it does is it separates out the food particles and any solid particles from the vegetable oil. And what happens is they take the vegetable oil from here and they bring it all the way over here. And this right here is called Frankentank. It's a high temperature settling process, and what that does is refine the oil more. It separates any more of the solid particles out from the oil. Then what happens is that the oil gets separated from the rest of the food particles, and it goes into a pre-treatment process. The pre-treatment process takes any impurities and some water content out of the oil, which makes a better product. Right here are 2 holding tanks before it goes into the actual process. And right here is the main pre-treatment tank. This is where all the stuff happens. What you see around here, these are all sort of mixing tanks for the acid that they use, and also the methanol. And these get fed into the main pre-treatment tank to do the actual process.
After pre-treatment, oil goes into this tank. It's over here. This is where this is that main biodiesel reaction, the transesterification reaction. The waste vegetable oil is reacted with methanol in the presence of sodium methylate, an acid catalyst, base catalyst, excuse me. And once the reaction happens, it's left to settle. The glycerin byproducts settled out from the oil, and oil, which is now a biodiesel, is run through this setup over here. It passes through these columns over here, the amber-like columns, and then this demassing skid, which is that tower at the top is a vacuum. So when it passes through, the methanol, any residual methanol in the biodiesel will flash evaporate into the vacuum and be recovered so it can be used again. And we're left off with a very high quality biodiesel, which can be used to power any diesel engine.
This is one of the trucks that they go and collect the vegetable oil with. Just come back now from a trip, and it's going to unload all the oil that I collected from the restaurants. So what it's doing now is they're going to pump all the oil from the truck into the holding tanks back there. It's basically Today what we're doing is the glycerol pre-wash batch test. We're taking the oil that's in the pre-treatment tank right now, and we're going to take that and put it into the main reactor that's right over here. This is actually filled with glycerol from the previous reaction. What's going to happen is that when the oil passes through the glycerol, it's going to reduce the moisture content and any other impurities in it. So we're going to see if that actually works. We're going to take a sample before it goes into the glycerol, and then after it comes out of the glycerol, and that'll tell us whether the process is viable or not.
The two things we're looking for is a decrease in moisture and a decrease in free fatty acids. Those are the two things that prevent the reaction from happening. So if we can get the moisture content down really low and the free fatty acids down really low, it will reduce the amount of catalyst we'll need, it will reduce the amount of time the reaction has to take place, so it will create a higher quality product, and it will just reduce costs and just help out greatly. So we're going to run tests before and after to see if that happens.
Let me tell you something I think you should know. You better have something when your number's down. Be temporary or forever.